Well, hello, good people and Eagle fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. Jerry Jones's media tour continues. And I'm going to say the question that I have yet to have an answer to or hear anybody say anything about, the question as we go through here, we got Jerry Jones going around. He's on Stephen A. Smith's show today, in which case they're talking about it on First Take and everything else, teasing much like they did yesterday with Michael Irvin, where he's trying to litigate Micah Parsons' contract through the media. Because he likes the media. Okay. While other teams are trying to get better, San Francisco traded for Brian Robinson because their running backs are kind of beat up. The Cowboys, well, we do cowboy things. And that is, we play with the media. Okay, so the real question is, now that Micah Parsons has unfollowed the Cowboys, now that he's posted a video where he's waving goodbye and everything else, the question is tonight the Dallas Cowboys have a game. Yeah, the last preseason game. Here's where you'll know if everything is legitimate or bullshit. Will Micah Parsons show up tonight?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Your guess is as good as mine. If I'm a betting man, I'm going to say Micah Parsons is going to be there. Okay? I'm going to say he's going to be there. So I have not seen the Stephen A. clip right here, but Jerry Jones is enjoying all this. He's talking about mom and dad. You know, good old mom and dad. You know, you're playing mom against dad and the agent and everything else. Okay, Jerry, you're just being stupid right now. Okay, we can all agree you are being stupid right now. Let's go listen to it because it's on First Take. If I show you the clip, we won't be able to, it'll be copywritten and shut down.
There's right now about 3 entities involved in the Micah Parsons deal that really count, and that's not to dismiss everything about the organization and the Cowboys.
What are the 3 entities?
Micah, me, sitting out there, and about a mile back is that agent. These are the 2 to get it done. Always has. And these are the 2 that be sitting there working it out when it hits the fan, when it's not between the lines on that contract. That's why I'm going to do it. Micah's got agent.
Yeah, David Mulligetta to be exact.
And that agent is within a phone call of talking about any detail that was there and was available with any detail that was there.
You're wrong.
We have agreed on how long this is going to be, and we've agreed on the amount of guarantees it's going to be.
You and Micah.
The package is the biggest ever paid a non-quarterback. That's where we are.
Right.
That's where we are.
But, Jerry.
But because a third party, rather than me and Micah, has got to come in. Why? Because he's got to get his fingerprint on it.
Come on, Jerry.
Come on, please.
Jerry, you're full of
He's got to
shit.
get his fingerprint on it. You're
Yes,
not
he
talking
does.
to the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
That's legal
You're talking to the
representation,
general
Jerry.
Manager of the Cowboys. And so all these teams, owners, may not be involved. But in this case, I am the general manager. My job is to do the contract.
Your job you suck at.
My job is to sit down. What is at issue here, Stephen? What's at issue is not whether I should be negotiating the contract. The issue is who I negotiated with. We negotiate, we go back and forth, we come through, we go the next day, we negotiate, get it all done. I get a call, I don't want you to call me anymore. Micah, don't call me anymore.
He said
so
that
we
to
haven't
you?
called.
Micah Parsons said to you, I don't want you to call me anymore.
Don't call me anymore. Don't call me anymore.
After calling you.
That's correct.
And
well,
igniting a negotiation, he turns around and exchanging numbers
negotiate and
negotiating.
don't call me anymore.
And then he called you back and said, don't call, I don't want you to call me anymore.
The agent calls, He says, we need to start a negotiation with Micah. Guy says, well, we have negotiated. We'll send you over the deal. Proverbially, just keep it. I won't tell you where to put it, but just keep it. We're going to start a negotiation. Okay? We've had the negotiation, period.
A lot there. All right, Stephen A.
Sorry.
What was your biggest takeaway from your conversation with the general manager?
That he's a crazy old coot.
Jerry hasn't changed. Jerry is as resolute as ever. And his mentality is that I got you under contract for the next 3 years. This is a lot of last year's your deal under the rookie scale. And then I can franchise tag you next year. And I can franchise tag you the year after. You ain't going to walk around here acting like you got leverage that you don't have. I'm talking about Jerry. This is not me. I'm talking about, you asked me what my perception of where he's coming from is. His perception is that I got you locked in for 3 years. You ain't going nowhere unless I say so. And that makes, obviously, a lot of people uncomfortable when you're listening to Jerry Jones. I love the fact that we played that sound. And by the way, it'll be posted on my show, the Stephen A. Smith Show on YouTube, starting at 12 noon, the minute that First Take is over. That's when it'll be up on YouTube in its entirety. It's over an hour long. And I think the thing that resonated with me is that he said, I didn't call him, he called me. He wanted to start this negotiation. We had a negotiation. We agreed. And then the next thing you know, he calls on the phone and says, don't call me anymore. I didn't hear that before. I don't know if that was the truth with Micah. I offered Micah to come on the show. Micah, he declined. He did not come on the show. I offered his agent, David Mulugeta, to come on the show. He hasn't come on the show. I'm not saying there's no negative or positive to it. I'm just letting you know. I offered all of them to come on the show. Jerry Jones didn't hesitate, and that's it.
All right, so we'll see more of this stuff. Jerry Jones is living his best life because everybody's kowtowing to him. Now, let me explain. I've said this a couple of times, but I actually sat here listening to Stephen A. Smith. My brain feels like I got an ice pick in it right now. Here's the thing. Jerry Jones, he talks about the pie and negotiations and things, okay? All right, let's use a hypothetical, but we can actually use one that's been a real example, okay? If, Jerry says, well, we got him, for the next 3 years because we have him on the 5th-year option. We have him on we can franchise tag him next year. We can franchise tag him a second year. And he's doing it as a threat to try and scare Micah Parsons, okay? But here's the thing. When you do a 5th-year option or you go to the last year of a deal, there is no way you can prorate the money. It's a hard dollar amount, okay? So if you take the 24 that we have right now, the franchise tag that's next year, which is 26, and then the second time you franchise tag, I believe it's a 30% increase over the other one. That's $34 million. So over the course of 3 years, you're going to pay $84 million as a cap hit. Okay. A few years back, Dak Prescott signed his contract. Okay, for $40 million a year. Right? Roughly, that's what we're talking about for Micah Parsons. 4-year deal. Dak Prescott, because of the way you ended up doing the guaranteed money, his first year was $17 million. His second year was $19 million. The third year was 26. So hypothetically, what we're talking about as opposed to franchise tagging him twice, which is like $84 million the first 3 years, you could be talking about 62 or less for having a deal done and having the player feeling good about what he's doing. I still believe this is all bullshit. But how we'll really know? Will Micah Parsons show up tonight? All eyes. What you have now done, Jerry, what you have now done, here's how my brain is looking at Jerry Jones. How can I get people to watch the shit sandwich of a preseason game? let me go ahead and denigrate and insult Micah Parsons to the point where it'll be a question on whether or not he shows up. Yeah.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Brought to you by Lincoln Mercury. Nobody has more kinds of cars for more kinds of people. See them at the sign of the cat. By Goodyear, makers of the custom Steel Guard radial tire. And by State Farm Mutual. Almost anywhere you live, there's a State Farm agent nearby. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.